So in this video, I'm going to tell you why I am kicking MAF to the curb, at least for a couple of days. How's it going, runners? My name is Justin Thompson. I am your average running PT, and I help the average runner achieve their own personal elite status. If that's something that you guys are into, then go ahead and click that subscribe button and hit the bell so that you guys know when the next video comes out. That's right. I did take a break from MAF, but I'm only doing it for a little bit because I've got a few reasons that I want to kind of bring up. So number one, I've never been 100% glued to MAF. It's actually something that's fairly new to me, but it has been something that has been really, really enjoyable. Maffetone training is something that allows me to build my base gradually and easily and comfortably without causing more injury or burnout or anything like that. So maffetone training or the MAF method is a very effective form of training. Now, with that said, I decided to deviate away from it over the last couple of runs, starting on Friday of last week. If you were to go to my Strava, which is linked in the description below, if you saw my run from Friday, you would probably go through, look at it, and say, whoa, you averaged, what, 8:30 or something like that from, I don't even remember what it was, but it was somewhere around 8:30 for the average. And I didn't start that way. I got about a mile into the run and I said, you know what, I just got to stretch out the legs a little bit. I haven't run hard in a long time. I've spent, the last 6, maybe 7 weeks or so just doing pure base training with the MAF method. Let's just stretch it out a little bit and see what we can do. And so I just kind of laid it down over the next 3 miles or so, and one of those miles I even dropped down into the upper 720s, I think, and maybe 730, something like that. But I just felt like I needed to kind of stretch those legs out just a little bit. And like I said, I've never been glued to MAF. I'm not saying it's my only form of training that I'm doing. Yes, it's my primary form of training right now while I'm in this base building phase. But I really just wanted to kind of change things up a little bit and see what I could do, just going a little bit faster, turn those legs over a little bit more. So that's what I did on Friday. And then on Saturday and Sunday, my world was kind of rocked. I decided that, or I didn't decide, I was asked to photograph a wedding. Now, photography is a hobby of mine. It's something that I really enjoy doing. But have I ever photographed a wedding and felt the pressure of photographing a wedding? No, I haven't. So I spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to photograph a wedding and not suck. So I didn't do a lot of running over the weekend, which I was okay with. I took some time off. Whatever, that's fine. And, what's going on today and really over the next week or so is I'm not going to have much time to do a whole lot of running really at all the rest of this week. So today I went for like a 2-mile run, but I did it a little bit quicker. I ran, what was my average? 8:50 a mile instead of my normal MAF pace of somewhere around 10 minutes a mile. So I just went a little bit quicker because I just time-wise couldn't do much, and I was running in the heat of the day. I was running at it was about 10 o'clock rather than my normal 6 o'clock in the morning. So it was a little bit more challenging for me, cardiovascularly, muscularly, all of that. But my heart rate definitely did not stay in MAF zone while doing that run this morning. So tomorrow I'm probably going to end up having to do the same thing because I have somewhere to be early in the morning. But again, I'm just kind of reiterating though that I've never been glued to MAF. It's not something that I have to make sure that I get it done, but whenever I'm constrained for time, if I've got 20 or 30 minutes, and that's really about all I've got, I'm probably going to spend it going at a slightly harder effort than if I have 40, 50 minutes an hour or more. Then I'm obviously going to go a little bit slower. Now, the thing about MAF training is you really need to put in some volume if you're going to be running at those slower paces. So if I don't have time to put in the volume, I'll put in the effort a little bit higher intensity for that shorter amount of time. So that's the reason why, if you're going to my Strava, again, that's linked in the description below, but if you're seeing those numbers that look different from what they normally do, it's because I'm throwing MAF to the side for a brief moment. I will come back to it. Now, with that said, I'm also starting to think about moving into a different training phase. I'm still contemplating whether I want that to be next week or the following week. But as you're moving from one training phase to another, from base building to a little bit more anaerobic to a lot more anaerobic to speed work, and as you're kind of moving through these phases, you wanna see your aerobic style training way up here to start, and then the other one starts to kind of come up to meet it as this one comes down. But you're always going to have more of an aerobic base that you're working on throughout that time. So I'm still sticking with MAF for those runs that are going to be more aerobic, for sure. And then I'm thinking about adding in one more run per week, or one run per week that is a little bit more anaerobic or faster. This week is just a mess, so I'm just kind of getting in whatever I can. But for moving into the next phase, the goal will be, as we've mentioned in this video that I'll link right up here, you want it to end up being somewhere around that 80-20, okay? Somewhere around 80% aerobic type level, and somewhere around 20% or less. With 80-20, that's kind of the max you want to be. It could be 90-10. Could be 95-5, whatever it is. But I'm definitely going to start to move in that direction a little bit, either next week or the following week. Again, this week, just a mess. Just trying to do what I can. That's the life of an average runner. You kind of just fit it in. So that's what I'm doing. I'm fitting it in. Go ahead and let me know down in the comments. What do you do when you just kind of have to fit stuff in? Do you ever end up not having enough time to do your normal running schedule? And if so, how do you handle that? Do you freak out about it, or do you just kind of let it happen and it comes as it comes? Obviously, if you're getting close to a race or something like that, you want to prioritize things in a certain way. But right now, nobody's racing. I'm not racing. Nobody's racing. We're doing what we can, and right now is a good time to be really, really flexible with what you're doing. So that's it for today. Just trying to be flexible, throwing MAF to the side for a brief moment. We'll come back to it. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. So hope that you guys enjoyed that. And if you liked it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the little thumbs up. And I'll see you guys next time.